How would you describe what this offseason has been like for you and your teammates?
This offseason was huge for me. I mean, I made huge leaps, not even just the offense, but as a player. I mean, my feet, my arm strength, even my mental of the game is just. I mean, it's been a tremendous jump, I believe, and I kind of felt out there practice tonight.
Has it been hard going through all of these kind of ups and downs? The season's going to start. It's not going to start. It's not going to happen at all. Then it's back on again. How has that process been for you?
I wouldn't say hard, but it was disappointing at times. You know, we would get going. I think I've been here since I think June working out. And we would get going. It would seem like the season's about to start. We're doing walkthroughs, and then we're shut off for a week. Then we get going again, and then the season's canceled. Get going again. Now we have a season. I just hope it sticks. But I wouldn't say it's been hard, but it's more just disappointing at times.
Running through all the stuff that's going on, how has the team kind of come together through all this? How has the team reacted or bonded? Just how's everyone kind of handling all this?
I think the team's closer than ever since I've been here. I mean, from the start of COVID, people were sending videos to the whole team working out at home, all this other stuff, and then we all get here in June. We're working out in pods with different guys, offense with defense, special teams with defense, all different sides of the game are together. I mean, I know it sucked, but I think it's probably the biggest thing for us as a mesh as a team. I mean, it's definitely the closest I've ever had since I've been here.
Okay, I got two questions for you. First, kind of what was it like just to be back out there tonight, kind of those initial thoughts and feelings? And then also, too, as we head into this season, the shortened season, things are going to look a little different. You're not going to have those fans there. What's it going to be like playing, to kind of an empty stadium? It's got to be weird.
Tonight, having our first practice, going against defense, it was awesome, man. I mean, going against the defense I can't help smiling right now. It was awesome. I mean, the receivers were flying, defense was flying to the ball. It was great. It really felt like football for the first time in a long time. And I mean, as far as not having fans, it's definitely gonna be different not having the crowd noise. It might be an advantage in some places rather than others. But I'm definitely gonna miss hearing the crowd, getting loud after a touchdown, or the opposing crowd getting loud on third downs and stuff like that.
Two questions for you. One, how personally do you guys take the placement of fifth in the Pac-12 South by the media? And then two, just for you, Coach the other day said that you've really kind of stepped up as a leader. What are some of those things that you've done over this time during COVID to really take those steps to put yourself in a position where guys are beginning to kind of follow you?
As far as the first one, we don't take it seriously at all. Saying we're not going to have any wins is almost a joke to me, because from after the practice tonight, that just is a joke to me, honestly. And I feel like we're going to shock some people. The defense looked amazing. Offense looked amazing. And as far as taking a step as leadership, from the start of COVID, I kind of took a step as making sure to text everyone, not even just offense, but defense, make sure everyone's staying on top of working out. Stuff like that. If someone's going through a hard time, calling them, asking what's up, rather be football or off the field, stuff like that. And just, getting more vocal. I wasn't really vocal my freshman year, and now I'm kind of trying to step up and be more vocal, like breaking stuff out, or someone messing around, kind of getting them back in line, stuff like that.
When you text guys, are you a quote guy? Are you trying to come up with different types of things to kind of motivate them at all, or you just kind of see how they're doing?
Yeah, definitely. I look up quotes from time to time from either like movies, like River Titans and stuff like that, or football players like Tom Brady, other guys. But other times it just kind of comes from me.
Hi, Grant. Just with you walking in camp as pretty much a starting quarterback, how does your approach change at all? Once you're on the field, are you doing things differently? As we discussed, you're trying to lead a little more on the field. How has your role evolved with the position you're in now?
Yes, sir. Definitely, I'd say the main thing that's evolved is my leadership, and I've made myself take a big step in that aspect of it. Like I said, making sure, staying on top of guys, making sure everyone's okay, either off the field, on the field, stuff like that, and making sure everyone's getting their work in the weight room, not slacking in the class, stuff like that, not No, I mean, I'm not so like screaming, but I'm trying to stay more vocal, like in the weight room, breaking us out and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say I'm screaming at guys.
In terms of what you're doing on the field, you just the work of being a quarterback, what you're trying to do, with the position, is your approach any different at all there, or is it just what you've got to do and you do it?
Yeah, I wouldn't say my approach has changed at all. I mean, last year, even though I wasn't the starter, I took an approach like I was the starter every week, even in fall camp and spring ball. So I wouldn't say my approach has changed, but I feel like I have more say with the receivers. I'm not kind of the backup that's coming in every few reps. I know that the guys are kind of listening more when I'm teaching them on where to break in the route or how far to go yardage wise and stuff like that. So I would say I'm getting more respect, but my aspect has not changed at all, really.
I was understanding things correctly. This is the first time you went up against a defense since spring, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
What sort of work were you able to get in between the time that things shut down and then today?
I mean, I think that quarantine was probably a blessing in disguise for me personally. I don't even know how many months of just straight work I put in. I mean, I would say it was 7 days a week. I'm in the weight room in the morning, working on throwing, my feet work, arm strength in the afternoon. So honestly, I think that, it sucks having the quarantine season get pushed back, but this might have been the best thing for me as a player.
So you had started working out with Brendan Schooler as soon as he got here, but then of course, circumstances led to him transferring. Coach, someone just mentioned that Jalen Johnson had been suspended. So among the guys who are here, the wide receiving core, who are the ones that you feel like you've worked with the most, or you have the best chemistry with, or you feel like are kind of stepping to the forefront?
I mean, obviously I played football with Boobie Curry in high school, but the most awesome thing from tonight at this practice was, the receivers were rotating while I'm in there, and it was seamless. It seemed like there was no drop off from one guy to another, and that was probably the coolest thing ever. So right now, after that practice, I could say, every guy's stepping up right now. It feels like everyone's motivated because that 0-7 stuff like that, this whole quarantine. Everyone's been putting in work in the show tonight.
Kind of a two-part, I guess. First, what is it like as a quarterback being able to have Donovan Lay kind of announce he's leaving and then announce he's coming back? And then second part, just any young guys sticking out to you? I know it's only the first day, but just being around any of the younger guys.
Donovan Lay, he's a great player. I believe he'll play on Sundays. And I was kind of blindsided when he announced that. I had talked to him, but I didn't know what was going on. So the day it happened, I think I was on the phone with him I think we called each other about 8 times, and we went and ate dinner that night. So, having him stay was huge for the offense and the O-line as a whole. And could you repeat that second question? Sorry.
Just, I know today was just the first practice, but just in general, whether it's not warm-ups, but kind of field work and stuff, any of the younger guys sticking out to you at all?
Definitely on offense.
Either or.
For offense-wise, I would say Frank Brown's definitely stepping up. Majon, Dalen have stepped up. I know Josh Baker's looked really good on the O-line. There's just name a few guys.